Hi, this is Daniel Hutchins, and today we're going to be talking about some Marvel news. Today's Marvel news we're talking about is Falcon and the Winter Soldier Season 2. Kevin Feige says that there's certainly some ideas. So this was from the 23rd, and this is very hot information. So on we go. So anything's possible with the new phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but that doesn't mean there are any guarantees. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is back in full swing now that we've reached the end of Falcon and the Soldier. So much has happened, not the least of which is that Sam Wilson is now the new Captain America. These new Marvel shows on Disney Plus are unlike Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Netflix ones. Full pieces of MCU that carry as much weight for the big picture as a franchise as most of the movies that aren't universe-shattering crossover events. So this means sequels are usually going to be a distinct possibility. Or since we're talking about TV shows or second seasons, WandaVision, though, is the sort of story for which a season 2 wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. It's not likely that Wanda is going to make a town live their lives in a TV show again, but the Falcon and the Winter Soldier is a different story. You could also read the Falcon and the Winter Soldier are we honestly supposed to sympathize with John Walker? But we're not talking about that, we're talking about something else. Okay, so Marvel Studios boss Kevin Feige sounded more optimistic about the potential second season of the Falcon Winter Soldier compared with WandaVision, but the studio, which until this year only made movies, view any future seasons of its growing list from Disney Plus, in much the same way it does with film sequels. Now the funny question was, it's one that we obviously get asked much more in television because people expect it to be like what people know before. We really did approach it like we do with movies, but we get a better idea that we want to make it better and make it great because we won't be able to do another one, he said back in March during a virtual press conference with some of his staff. If we were able to do another one, there's certainly some ideas. Now there are some obvious setups, particularly with John Walker, Wyatt Russell, still alive and kicking from the end, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus' mysterious character was up to no good. While the Flag Smasher super soldiers were out of the picture now, their cause still lives on. Plus, we've got whatever's going on with Sharon Carter right now, too. Now, keep in mind, guys, this story continues. So, but with all these characters belonging to greater franchise, stuff that has to happen in movies or other Disney Plus shows could impact whether another season even makes sense. Falcon Winter Soldier will be followed by 2 other series which feature returning MCU actors, like Loki and Hawkeye, along with future projects that will debut new heroes, including Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, Moon Knight, and Ironheart. Feige reiterated the overall plans moving forward is for these characters and storylines to bounce between the Disney Plus and the movie theaters. You could also read, Captain America is so perfect. Now, we're not talking about that, we're talking about something else. They really will go back and forth between the Disney Plus series and the movies, he said. But sometimes, with a season 2, sometimes will be a future. Now, unlike WandaVision, which Feige revealed before it premiered that it would have a direct tie-in to a future movie, from this case, Elizabeth Olsen will appear in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness next year. There are no announced plans for either Mackie or Stanley to reprise their roles for an upcoming project, but that doesn't mean that happens in Falcon and the Soldier won't have ramifications on the MCU, Feige said, but the characters of Bucky and Sam are essential to the MCU. Whatever they go through could and should have an impact on the MCU, Feige said. It's as hard to navigate every fan theory that's going to pop up, but not everything's going to be as world-shattering. Also read, here's how much Falcon and the Soldier debut topped WandaVision from viewership. We're not talking about that, we're talking about something else. He later added, there can be character shifts that have massive implications from the future. Those two have gone through tons across these 6 episodes. Sam is Captain America. Bucky finally crossed everyone off his apology list. They both worked through a lot of their baggage, and they've been wrestling with for several movies, and seem a lot more emotionally prepared to deal with being superheroes. In a world that is insane like the MCU. Sam's sister got the boat situation handled, and maybe Bucky is going to stick around since he really seems to like her. While we don't know when we'll see these guys next, Maggie does at least have an idea for one place he'd pop up. I would really, Kevin, like to spend some time in the Blade world, Mackie said. And the finale dropped on April 23rd on Disney+. So there you go, guys. That is some recent information I wanted to tell you about Falcon Winter Soldier Season 2 and how there's certainly some ideas. And if you guys like this content, please hit a thumbs up if you liked. And again, have a nice day. Bye.